funny man, don't you? Okay, what was the one that they said was... Zuki, Cerberus... Also, yes, we are back to Gunvolt. I'm just kind of looking at guns here. I'm gonna give this Vesuki a try. Alright, so basically I was gonna do, like, grinding kind of thing, and I decided, you know what? That sucks. Let's not do that. Yeah, grinding in this game bad. I did get the handmade necklace last time we did that, so we're actually just gonna go ahead and go into the game without the gear, which, it's not great, but the major pieces of gear that I want, are not necessary for the true end path, so we're just gonna kinda go without them. I don't really care about Kudo, so I'll just leave it on that. The one thing I wanted to get, I tried to get, and like after half an hour of playing, I didn't get the one crafting piece I needed for it. So I just was like, I give up, screw it, I don't care. But yes, we do need to do all this again. Also, I am liking this gun. Though I need to pay more attention to my, energy meter thing. The game sound is not on. That's interesting. Pi, are you hearing game sound? Did that fix it? That should have fixed it, I think. Well, fix. That's very strange, because I didn't change... I haven't changed the volume settings since the last time we streamed Gunvolt. I don't know why it suddenly can't be heard well. Yeah, like on my end on OBS, it's actually quite loud. Where is Pi? Pi, can you hear okay? I just need to know if you can hear the game okay. Maverick said the game was actually quite quiet. So I tried messing around with the volume settings and it might be too loud now, so let me know if it is too loud. I think it's something with your... whatever you're using to actually listen to the stream, whether it's headphones. Sound effects are okay, but hard to hear. That I might actually be able to fix. Not in here, I can't. Actually, the sound effects were always kind of hard to hear, so... I don't know why the mixing would be different now. It was exactly the same as when I played this last, so, okay, what we'll do is that, we'll check out the Nova fight, and if things are still too quiet, like you can't hear any of the sound effects, I'll quit out of the mission and futz with the music a bit. Okay, you need to stop with that. It's still sounding pretty quiet. Alright. I ain't gonna do a thing then. I didn't actually do anything important, and I wouldn't turn down a better run at that. Alright. That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Okay. I guess I have to go back to the main menu. Okay, this is odd, because I swear to God, there was an option to individually turn things up and down. And now I can't find it. Alright, well. If I can't actually turn it individually up and down, we're just gonna have to go along without it then. I could have sworn it had a way I could individually, like, turn the music down. That's a good question. I don't think that was it, though. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, let's test this. Can you hear Nova okay? It's always been fairly quiet to me. Like, the actual voices are, in fact, quieter than what, like, the sound effects are. Just naturally. So if they're audible, that's really all that matters. This is a poor showing. I don't I really don't know. I literally have not changed anything from the settings. I'm just worried because we're going into, like, an important ending for plot and stuff, so the voices are actually kind of important. Oh well. Both gonna drop. Goodbye. Even if I can't understand the actual words, it still has the sound of their voice, which is why I find it important, but oh well. I honestly wouldn't... Yeah. Yeah, the tone and emotion, that's what's important. I honestly would not know what else to change, though, because it is literally the exact same recording settings we had last time we did Gunvolt. So I don't know why it's different. I have a feeling you're gonna do that. What was your problem? That do it? Now the question is, did it do the same for Maverick, and is that why you guys thought it was so quiet? How did I dodge that? Didn't dodge that one. What are you gonna do, Nova? Here we go. And that was the one that was sustained. Oh, dash faster, gun. Hey, hold up. Did that heal me? Yeah, I was thinking about healing. I didn't realize he was quite that close to dead. Luckily, if this goes well, I only am going to need those 3 slots. Maybe the level up healed me. I really hope it did. Well, if it didn't, I healed anyway, just from killing Nova. Yeah, you're not gonna get me with that trick this time. That one you will. This is a jump. It's a not jump. This is a jump. Didn't quite make that jump. This is kind of a poor showing, and I apologize. Oh well. I was not quite out of range on that one. Okay. Still don't know how to dodge that one. Oh, come on! Okay, wow, this is going really poorly. I got really bad at this. And they're like... in the week I didn't play this, I got really bad at this. Wow. To be fair, Pervasion didn't do a whole lot. Like, it did help a lot, but Pervasion isn't up when you're using Flash Field, so it didn't help as much as you would think. I'm half wondering if my Kudos level has something to do with it, though I doubt that. Oh, come on! I got bull on that one. Yeah, I knew I would actually hit the health bar break there. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. Jump. Move. Jump. Move. And jump. I got your number now, Nova. I know how you work. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and... There we go. Alright. Shouldn't have done that. That was a jump one. There. There. And the thing I have no idea how to dodge. No, this is the wind. And there we go. He's really liking the lightning this time around, isn't he? I massively mistimed that. Whoops-a-doodles. I need to heal. Come on! Piece of crap! Die, 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 please die, please die, please die. Oh crap. There I went. And off the edge I went. Okay, figure out how to dodge that punch, because that punch is doing too much damage. I didn't mean to hit that. I sure messed up LUMEN though. Okay, there's nothing I can do. And I just stood there like the smart person I am. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a cheap heal, since that will hopefully replenish itself quickly. It seems to be time-based rather than anything I'm actually doing, though. If that's the case, it's actually better to use those as early as possible. Actually, I might be able to hover back. I'll give that a try. Be nice with your patterns, buddy. This is a good start. This is good. This is very good. This is not so good. There. There and... Okay, I got a plan. I got a plan for next time. Caught me a bit off guard there, buddy. And we're just gonna go ahead and... You can die! Thank you and goodbye! Okay, I'm actually gonna go through this, because I don't know, where the dialogue is gonna start changing. Probably not until the bad end, but, I'm just gonna scan it just in case. Yeah! It's a pretty great typo. It's a pretty great typo. Also, I'm actually afraid that hitting start will skip the entire thing, not just up until the bad ending, so I'm not really willing to take that chance. I did a lot better on that on that run. I just needed a warm up is clearly what I needed, right? Okay, let's see if any of this is different. So what I ask you again, why do you want to make a pair of 14-year-olds the monarchs of this world? That just seems like a poor idea. Also, fun fact, it's apparently only revealed in the sequel. There are actually more and more adepts being born every year, so people theorize it's actually an evolution rather than a mutation, or if it was a mutation, it was a beneficial one, because humanity is... The non-adepts are slowly dying out, and the adepts are slowly taking their places. Here's the point where he just, not quite like that, but yes. Also, I think he apparently just mugged Copen. I don't think I said that last time, but I found that kind of hilarious. He just flat out mugged Copen. Let's see, this should be the same. Shoots Gunvolt, shoots Jewel. He monologues a bit. I get a score! And this is where things should change? There we go! I was feeling such a weird sensation. Last thing I remember, yeah, I was shot by Asmov. I died there. And yet, I feel so alive and well. I'm fully conscious. Your vision's pretty black for being fully conscious. I could feel the electrons and sounds in the air around me. I understand now. Lumen was my Septima, my heart and soul. Now that I have oh, this is Jewel! Now that I have no body, she can only exist in soul. That's why we are now together. Together as one. Our minds were now linked. Now that I don't have a body, I'm as free-flowing as electrons. This power is so amazing. Now I can see things so much clearer. Okay, like, I understand that you're amazed by this, Jewel, but, the dude who helped you, the dude you like, he's kinda dying on the floor over there. You wanna save the poetic until your friend's not dead? He was barely hanging on. We could lose him at any moment. Thank you, Lumen! It's a miracle he's still alive. We were both shot just the same. I started to become one with his conscious. Deeper, further. I traced his whole body with my energy. That's when I saw it. Wrapped around the bullet was a broken pendant. So I guessed right. The reason the necklace is important is because the jewels are strong enough that when layered over each other with all 7, they stop the bullet. That was the pendant I made for him. So that means that the reason Gunvolt died was because of the bullet neutralized his Septima and thus allowed the bullet to actually pierce into him. But even if the Septima was neutralized, with the bullet didn't pierce, the death doesn't happen. You wore this for me? It's just a normal pendant. It does nothing. And yet somehow this pendant saved his life? Thank goodness. I hate that I was always the one being protected all the time. He rescued me, gave me my freedom. At the end of it all, I was able to pay it forward and save him. My heart was overcome with a gentle, warm sense of relief. I'm not through with saving him. That pendant saved his life, but there's so much blood. How? If the jewels stopped the bullet, there wouldn't... You know what? I'm not gonna question it. At this rate, he'll surely die. I don't have a body of my own now. I can't last much longer. So that leaves us with only one option. My consciousness will live on inside him. My life force became one with the electric current in his body. My will, thoughts, memories, all of it were now shared with his. The Azure Striker awakens with a new compass? A mournful anger connects him onward as the Muse's anthem continues inside his heart. This better be a new mission, because I'm going to be mad if I die and it kicks me back out. Oh god, he's full on crying. Gunvolt! Voice was resounding in my head. Gunvolt screeching in your ears came through, huh? In that moment, I understood. And now he's so quiet, I can't hear him. Her thoughts and memories were flowing into my mind like water. My body was surging with power, more than I had ever felt. Jewel did this to save me. What? Is that a thing that Buddies of Adepts just do? Or did her power absorb it? Insert tasteless return to the live stream joke here, I guess? Voice in my head began. She's been talking to you the whole time, Gun. Asimov needs to be stopped. At all costs. I'll never let a tragedy like this happen ever again. I wish I literally had... Well, technically I have as good as literally having wings, so... And here is why the equipment does not matter. You are permanently anthemed for this area. Yes! Permanently anthemed! Which means I freely have all the movement I could be doing with any equipment, and I have no need to actually equip anything. Oh, you almost got me. I ain't got time for you, small fry, though. Hey, it's the one dude we didn't fight in the refights. I can't. You have to keep the broken necklace on. I actually looked that up. You absolutely have to keep the broken necklace on. I don't think it'll actually let you change it out, but if you don't keep it on, something happens? I don't know. I just know that every source said that, yeah, you have to actually keep it on. That's what they said. That's what the guide said. And honestly, I don't think the Pervasion necklace is going to be much help anyway. Because like I said, you can't Pervasion while you're in Flash Field, and that's going to be up pretty much constantly considering I no longer have an energy bar. Holy crap, look how big this Flash Field is as well. I don't remember what this is. This should be interesting. Alright, I think it's just run away from the black hole. Oh, this is kind of humiliating him! A little too low. Bye! I mean, it was still humiliating him, I just wasn't not getting hit. Alright. Let's take the light heal. And back we go. Alright. This is actually really cool. Like, the infinite jumps thing is really cool. Wait a minute, did I just auto-pervasion? I auto-pervasion! It also doesn't take any energy. Well, we're kind of glowing bright rainbow colors, so I don't blame him for saying sorcery. Like, seriously, what is the matter with you? Don't put GV in charge of anything. I don't think he's really that good of a leader.
興味はない。
どうも育て方を間違ってしまう。仕方あるまい。今のお前は我々の前に。
Yeah, unfortunately, you raised somebody who actually had compassion and respect for life. Like, big problem, right?
敵だ。
Whoa! Whoa! Hello! What? That's a familiar line! Oh crap, he's got our Septima. Interesting.
南米の奥地で世界で最初のセブンス能力者が発見された。そのもののセブンスは電子を自在に操るアームドブルー。
I'm not sure how to hurt him.
戦闘能力、電磁場を利用した機動力。そして何より電子技術が支配する現代社会において、あらゆる電子機器を意のままに操れる大撃のセブンスはまさに究極の能力。当時従来の発電方法に限界を迎えていたスメラギの連中は、新たなエネルギー資源のキーとしてこの力に目をつけた。
I'm gonna try something that might not work, but I'm gonna wait till he stops talking. So yeah, we're actually an artificial adept. That's not technically correct, by the way. His thing where he said there were only 2 survivors, that's not technically correct. Good lord, man. You monologue more than Naegi. I'll explain it as soon as they shut up. Whoa, Anthem went bye-bye. Come on. Unlock, please. Anytime now. There we go. Oh, you're absolutely right. I'm almost dead. I didn't notice that. Oh, crap. I didn't realize he did so much damage. Are you done? Are you done talking? Okay. There were only 2 successes. In that Asmov and GV were the only ones who were implanted with the Azure Striker and survived. There was a 3rd survivor, however, and that was Nova himself. They implanted the Azure Striker into Nova, but it did not oh crap. It did not take. But, so they actually had to take it out of Nova before it killed him. But he did in fact, he did survive it. I'm just gonna die here. Nova was in fact a survivor of it, he just was not a success. Everybody else did die though. But there were technically 3 survivors. Okay. This is, okay. I'm gonna try to delay here until I get my heal back. Yeah, the pervasion saved me from literally everything. But it can't save me from the power bullets. There we go. Alright. Ooh, got him! Okay, so that's what you meant. Alright. Oh, he can't wipe the tags either. Oh, hello. Oh god! What is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, really, come back now. Thank you. This is all levels of bullcrap. What is this? Okay. Since I have auto pervasion, I can literally just charge straight through the ninjas. It doesn't matter. Also, I don't know why my checkpoint was here. Putting it here does nothing except make me go through another loading screen. Also, I want to say that I'm not, like, angry at the pattern. That's just the kind of the thing I say when something like that happens. Yes, jump right into him, me. That is the smart idea. Okay. Here's gonna come the hard stuff now. Oh, rude. Rude. Okay. This is gonna be a problem. That's what I was waiting for. Okay. Also, no, I know I don't need to recharge. I just do that to make myself feel better. It's just honestly habit at this point. Whoa, you look freaky, dude. Voltic chains? Oh, that's nasty. That's rude. That's rude. Oh, wow. That's rude! Is that another one like, what's his face? Stragos that I have to actually stop? I get a version of that? Cool. My best guess was that I just needed to stay in the open area, but he didn't really give me an open area I could easily stay in. Also, nice little touch is that when you fry his flash field, yours briefly gets fried as well. Which I thought was kind of interesting. Alright, so I had the right idea, I just was not quite able to execute it. There we go. Shoot, that's not good. These things don't seem to have a set bullet pattern. This is gonna hurt. Okay. Okay. My issue is I can't tell what bullseye they've hit. Or rather, what bullseye they're going to hit. No, actually it's gonna... I don't like those! I was actually gonna hit that and back. I'm just gonna die. Just reset the fight, please. Like, the issue I have with that is that there's actually not an easy tell for that one. Most of these attacks actually have a tell, so you can figure out what you need to do, but there's not a tell for that one. The bullets seem to go in a random order. And especially with the orb thing he lets out that fires a bunch of them also appear to go in a random... It's random whether it goes up or down, and I'm not sure how to dodge that exactly. I will brute force my way through this, even if I have to gain 5 levels to do it. I will brute force my way through this boss fight! Okay. Go down! I don't know how I dodge that! Oh, hang on, I think I know this thing's tell. I think I actually know what that thing's tell is. Okay. Yeah, see, they always seem to go in a really random order. So I can't, like, accurately prepare for what I need to do. I was right! Sort of. And I hit that. Please refresh, please refresh. Dang it! Okay. Like, there's legit no tells for what one is actually going to do. Jump, that will fire it that way. Oh, come on! That did not hit me. I think if I jump I can provoke it into doing it from the top first. Please break, please break, please break, please break, please break. I don't... Alright. I'm almost dead! Actually, I could actually... I hate to waste it, but I really need to heal. Okay, where is the safe spot? The safe spot is up here. Oh, I'm sorry, that's just bad game design. You can't input commands when Gunvolt's off the screen. So if it's in that little spot, he will come down faster than you can input the command to jump. That's bull. I'm sorry, that's legitimate bull. Like, his patterns are okay, I just need to get better at them, but that's just bull. That's legitimately bad. Bad design. I know I can do the first phase flawlessly, but the first phase is the easy phase. Jump up going there, and the problem is that when I don't have the flash field, I can't like glide my way up past it. So the fact you have no invincibility for getting your power taken away is kind of bull as well. Please charge, please charge. That's not a charge. That is. Oh, this is bull crap. I don't know if that that heal skill is going to refresh in time. Nope. As far as I'm aware, no, it will not work on that. And even if it would, I don't have the skill points to waste on that. Well, I could try. I don't know if I can't swap my skills right now, though, is the problem. It's not the swirling bullets that's the problem, it's the gunshots. Because he completely randomizes which of them are coming at me, and I can stand on the far wall, but there's one on the far wall. So at some point I have to move. Oh, come on. I did not... The game ate my command. Gunvolt, please! The other problem is that power steal lasts way too long. Split second. Well, I can't. I would have to completely redo the entirety of Firmament. Okay. And I forgot to do the hop. Great. And slight hop. This is what I mean why it says it takes too dang long for that to refresh. It feels like it's set up specifically to refresh, the moment he starts going into that flash field. Because there's absolutely nothing I can do if he dashes at me while I have no power. I just have to take the hit, which is a whole mess of bullcrap. Like, sorry, but this is actually kinda unfair. I'm fine with missing a cycle or something because I got hit, but this isn't missing a cycle. This is forcing you to take unavoidable damage. You get hit once. Once! You're forced to take like a quarter of your health or more in damage. That's just bull. That's just bad design. Like, maybe I would still be able to do the jump if, I had the equipment, but grinding like, materials in this game is bad, and I'll talk more about that when we inevitably get the credits, because I'm not giving up, dang nabbit. We are gonna get to the credits if it kills me. Nope. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, and short hop. So this exactly here. There's literally nothing I can do to dodge that. I just have to I just have to eat the damage. And the fact he can randomize this so that these things can hit you on the backswing? That's just nasty. That's just mean. Please. Of course not. And of course he immediately uses it once my power is down again. He's gonna use it. He's not gonna dash me again, okay. Okay. Of course he's gonna dash me now because I'm helpless again. It's not gonna refresh in time. I'm gonna try something. That actually worked. I'm kind of in disbelief that actually worked. Okay, here is where we start to have some more issues. Okay, where is the safe spot? I actually avoided it. I might have found a trick to handling that. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I know how to handle this now, though. I think I got a handle on this. Also, I've been right in the corner, and it's actually hit me every time. So I do, in fact, have to hop. Like, I actually tried just wedging myself in the corner, and it doesn't work. You have to hop a little bit. I've actually figured out the... Yes, I did! Every single time I've hopped a tiny bit. That's the only way I've been able to dodge it. I just didn't hop high enough that one time, is what happened. Yeah, I have an idea, I have a way to deal with the part that was actually giving me problems. So we can do this. I absolutely can do this. Oh, that was a bit close. Which way you going, buddy? broke him before he could use that. So just as a curiosity, is Voltic Chains a one-hit kill? Because it looked like it was a one-hit kill, but I couldn't tell because my health kept staying so low. There's a safe spot. Okay, if I mash hard enough, it actually will work. That's it. Okay, it just does a ton of damage. This might be poor idea, but he totally dodged that. Wow. Okay. That was a horrible idea. I didn't realize he could completely dodge. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, see, I was wedged in the corner and didn't jump and it hit me. So. Alright. This is a problem. I was doing so good, too. Okay. Oh, rude! Oh, this is gonna kill me. This is gonna kill me. Yeah, I didn't have the hops. I couldn't do anything. That's the other reason I think wiping your power is so stupid. Because if you get hit at the wrong time, you're just done. And every boss fight, if a boss fight insta, how can I put this? If it's not intended to be an insta kill, but messing up makes it as good as an insta kill, that's a design problem. And I'm not saying that Voltic Chain should be an insta kill, but the fact that it's wiping the ability you need to dodge that skill, that's not on. That's not good. I don't know why I start out shooting at him. Just habit, I think. I'm not mad. I'm okay. If it sounds like I'm breathing hard, it's because I'm really adrenaline amped right now. It's not like breathing hard because I'm super angry. I'm just very focused and very amped with adrenaline right now. I sound like I'm sobbing? I am as far from sobbing as you can get. No, I'm not sobbing. I'm energetic right now. I don't know why it was full of misery, because I didn't feel miserable. I was annoyed, but annoyed and miserable aren't really the same thing. And I accidentally dodged right into that. That one was my bad. Really like, oh, there we go. Okay, well now I know actually not to waste my super attacks on him. Which means I can save it for heals! Oh. Okay, Voltic Chains, where are we going? Is it? I think it's actually preset where the chains can go. What are you doing? At least this one I'm good at dodging now. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, dang it. Luckily saving the heal. Not having to do that saved me the heals. Oh, interesting! Please, please, please. Thank you! So Asimov can actually play smart. I really pray to God there's not another phase after this. This is actually really hard. He's gonna dash. Oh, are you serious? I have to. I can't dodge it. Please come, Dash. Thank you! Die, 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 die! Oh, thank God. Please don't be another phase. For the love of God, please don't be another phase. Or at least give me a checkpoint. Whew. We're actually done. That's the final boss fight. Okay, I will say, the length of time your anthem is stolen is the only thing I think was unfair. The rest of that fight was hard, but it was actually quite fair. It was a very well-designed fight, but for that. That point just makes it feel less well-designed, because it will actually drop you into unavoidable attacks, which will kill you, which is not on. But besides that, that was actually really fun. That's why I was surprised you said you thought I was miserable, because I was really enjoying it. I was really enjoying going, oh, I can dodge it by doing this, and feeling creative. Also, wow, we really brutalized Asimov there a bit, didn't we? I am so hyped! I actually did it! That doesn't look like a very deathy pose, dude. Meanwhile, while this was going on, way down below, waiting for GV and the others to return. Before long, the other with Gunvolt and Asimov inside returned. Was it going down the whole time? Oh yeah, it must have been. We were actually really high up. Yeah, he's dead. He's gone to meet his maker. He is an ex-adept. He's pushing up daisies. Whatever you want to call it. Monica looks more like she's screaming and sitting there in silence. I'm kind of not surprised. Gunvolt essentially had to murder his own father in self-defense. That's never a nice thing. Xeno approached Gunvolt, and an invisible force kept him at bay. Sweet, we have a force field. It was a will of a girl to protect the person she cherished. Well, why didn't you do that in the boss fight, Jewel? I could have used that. Oh, for GV, his world has collapsed. There's only one thing left to do. Oh, Gunvolt, honey. Daybreak began to set in as the sunlight vanquished the night sky. The long night came to an end. Many thoughts raced in his mind. That was when the muse gently said to him... This is auto-scrolling, by the way. I don't have any control over this anymore. And then it just spontaneously gave me back control. Okay. Also, I know this is meant to be touching, but, like, I can only find this kind of creepy, honestly. It is touching in a way, but it's just very deeply creepy to me. As well. And I know it's not supposed to be, so I don't blame the game for that. It's supposed to be very sweet and gentle. That's just kind of my thing. Xeno tried to listen... Oh, it took away control again. All I could do was gaze off into the distance at his friend. before long vanished into the light of the morning sun. It gets worse because she reverts to a child form in Gunvolt 2. And there's never any real indication she's gonna change back, so, that's also a thing. Generally, the fuse forever part that bothers me is that, number one, you need time apart. You need time alone, and if they're fused in your head, neither you are getting alone time, which is, mentally unhealthy. But the second part is that, well, I get it's supposed to be like a love ever after thing, and I'm fully on board with fantasy things like that. The meet your true love, it's just... I think it's just a privacy thing. Having absolutely no privacy and no way to get away from them if you need a second to yourself is, problematic. Like I said, I know that's my own hang-up. It's meant to be sweet, so... But okay, on that note, since we're back in the credits, let's talk the game. I honestly think this is actually a pretty fantastic game. I can't call it amazing. There are some really bad points I need to highlight. But it's a pretty fantastic game. To give a very short review of it, if you like playing this style of game, it is absolutely worth buying, and it is absolutely worth buying at full price, because it's only like $15. And this is actually a lot of game for $15, I think. So, yeah. What's up, Maverick? I'm an aspiring game designer, so I study game design, from like a factual standpoint, from a standpoint of what I find fun, and I'm able to see, okay, I might not find this fun, but other people might find this fun, but I do tend to highlight a lot of what is bad design to sort of burn it into my mind. But anyway, so yeah. Longer review. This is a fantastic game. The gameplay is immensely polished. Like, whoever worked on this to get that gameplay the way it is, they were not paid enough. They need a raise. This polish is really good. For the most part, Gunvolt is really responsive. And almost every single time something bad, like I died, it felt like it was my fault. Almost every single time I got hit, it felt like it was my fault. It really felt a lot like I was doing stuff wrong. Like in the battle with Nova, once I actually got the pattern down fairly well, I could do it really well. I understood it. So for the most part, it's really good. And I'll discuss the problem with the gameplay as well when I get into the bad things. The story was okay. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a decent story. It's an enjoyable story. It's fun to watch. It's just, it doesn't bring anything really all that new to the table. And it does have the kind of awkward cliche of forcing Jewel and Gunvolt into a romantic relationship, but I mean, it's not a bad game. I don't really like the Asimov twist because it kind of comes out of bungfuck nowhere. So that could have been done a bit better, but it's a good story. It's an enjoyable story. So it's not too bad. The actual fights for the vast majority of the part, they were good. Most attacks had a tell, so you could figure out what to do. I will say some of the attacks I was struggling with, it was because I couldn't figure out the tell, like the one where you're supposed to hover off the edge of the screen and come back in. I never would have thought of that. That's just on me. That's not a bad thing. It has its tells. Most of them were pretty good. So overall, very good. Overall, fantastic game. So on to the bad stuff. First off, let's start with the light bad stuff. There were some parts of the gameplay that were just not really good. With, I believe it was Joda, the way you dodge his ultimate attack or whatever it's called, you have to shoot him with the pistol to slow him down. because every time he gets hit with a pistol shot, he slows a bit, and if you do that, you will actually slow him enough that the beam above you will vanish, and you can jump up into the air. While that's not a bad design on its own, you're never given the indication that that is a thing that you can do. While there are charging enemies, they're fairly rare, and even with the charging enemies and with Joda, the speed that they're slowed by is so minuscule, it's really hard to see visually. So what you're actually supposed to do there is a lot more obscure, purely because the game never tells you and never teaches you that's a thing that you can actually do. And that's a minor problem. It is still a problem, but it's a fairly minor problem. It's easy to solve by just teaching the player that they can do that at some point somehow. A worse problem was Maverick's refight. Maverick's skill set was designed for a whole platform, and it really showed bad in that. I just do not think Maverick was a boss that should have been on a platform with edges like that. Like, I have absolutely no problem with Nova Phase 2, with the God Nova. I had no problem with that, even though it had the edges, because Nova was clearly designed to work around those edges, and Maverick was not. And Maverick just kind of got ham-fistedly thrown into a stage without edges, and that was pretty bad. The only real way to fix that was just to not do it, basically. You can't really... You have to have a character who is either built around having the holes in that stage, or you need to not have holes in that stage. It's basically really all that it was. I addressed it already, but just to address it again to combine everything here is how long Anthem and your energy abilities are removed from you in the Asimov fight if you get hit by one bullet, like even one bullet, that's too long. It needs to be shortened a little bit. It either needs to be shortened a little bit, or Asimov needs to be coded to not do the flash field dash until you got it back, because that was just bad. The fact that you could get hit by a bullet and then you were forced to take a third of your health and damage with absolutely no way to dodge it, that was not good. That was just really not a good thing. But I mean, like, the gameplay things, those are actually fairly minor in the grand scheme of things. Those actually would have been very easy to, or fairly easy to fix. So those aren't too bad. Before I save, let's talk about the absolute worst part of this game, and the main reason why I only called it fantastic and said I couldn't call it amazing. The crafting system. The crafting system is awful. Like, I cannot think... Like, there is no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no silver lining here. The crafting system is just bad. It's just a really bad crafting system. For those who didn't get the full idea of it through the stream, is you finish a stage, the higher you rank in the stage, the more pulls you get. The more of those little medals you find in the stage, also the more pulls you get. So you open the boxes at the end of the stage and you get random materials. And that's the first problem. You get random materials. And sometimes you don't even get materials. You get more money, which you can't do anything with until you have the materials. So already you're starting off on a bad foot because you have no control over what materials you would actually get. You just essentially have to keep replaying the same stage over and over again, whatever stage you can do fastest, to try to get the RNG to give you the items that you want. And that's bad. Like, that's not inherently a bad system. There are RPGs that do that, and that's not great, but that's okay in the RPG. The thing about it is that Gunvolt is not a long game. It's not built to be a long game, and this artificial padding of RNGing the materials just stands out horrifically. Like, it is blatantly artificial padding to try to lengthen the game out when it didn't need it. The game is $15. And it has more than enough content for $15. It is more than long enough for that price tag. Like, they didn't need to pull this pad crap with it. They didn't need to pad the game. This wasn't like a $60 game that was only 5 hours long. Which is a different problem, but like, they had a good game. They didn't need to pad it with this. What made it worse is that a lot of the materials you needed for the more higher end stuff, you could only get by doing the challenges, which is another whole crock of bull. Challenges should always be optional, not required. And it was required if you wanted to get gear. And because the crafting system was so awful, I felt massively under-equipped the entire game. I felt like I was being forced to play the game on a hard mode because I didn't want to spend literal hours grinding the media tower to try to force the game to give me the RNG things I needed. And even when you get the stuff you need for like the equipment or the ring, you have to go gather it all over again because there's a second level to it. And it's just so much bull. And it especially makes your money feel worthless. Like, I ended the game with 90k of that money, and because I had nothing to spend it on. You only spend money on gear when you make the gear, and if you don't have the drops to make the gear, then the money is absolutely worthless. Like, the crafting system should not have been in this game, just period. There's no positive to it. It just should not have been in this game. The actual gear should have unlocked the more stages you went, and you just straight up buy it with the money you got. Like, that is how it should have been done, because crafting system was bad. So, yeah. So that is generally my view on the game itself. Do buy it. Like I said, it's like $15. It's way worth that price. It's worth above that price, honestly. So you don't need to wait for a Steam sale. Get it. I would say to get it on Steam. That's my own personal thing. The game, I think, whatever it released on in the US first was actually heavily censored, and the dialogue was bad. It was badly translated. In the Steam version, they removed the censoring, so Gunvolt's hair is longer and he's got the belly window. And they retranslated all the dialogue, so if you use the Japanese voices, you get much better written dialogue. 3DS, yeah. And part of the reason I didn't like them cutting Gunvolt's hair is Gunvolt's hair actually has a plot thing. It's part of why his electricity is so good, because he channels it through his hair. So cutting his hair should have made him, like, way weaker, and they didn't address that, so... But that's a pendant thing. One last thing before we stop. Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. There is a sequel to this game. I will not be playing it. I will not even be covering that game. And there are a multitude of reasons, but honestly the most reason is that the developers of this game is, not doing intentional pun, is lightning in a bottle, along with one of Maverick's favorite games, which was Master Blaster Zero, was it? Those two are basically, maybe Master Blaster Zero 2 as well, but 1 for sure, and Azure Striker Gunvolt 1, these are basically the only two games I know of that this developer has actually done well. Yeah, Blaster Master Zero. Every other game I've seen from this developer has been bad in multiple ways. This is the developer that made Mighty No. 9, which is why Gunvolt was awkwardly shoved into stuff with Mighty No. 9 to try to lift that series up, despite the fact that it was crappy. But, yeah, they just don't make good games. Honestly, the most specific reason I will not be playing Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 is, I'm just going to put this in as blatantly as I possible. They put an 11-year-old girl in a very tight metal bikini. Yes, a metal bikini, the kind that is very tight against the spots on you and shows all of your skin and very like that. They put an 11-year-old girl in that, and they gave her really porny dialogue as well. And like, I have a lot of tolerance for crap like that. If a game is good enough, while I will not forgive it, I can deal with that sort of crap and stuff, because you're never gonna find anything perfect. But like, it's so awful in Gunvolt 2. I physically cannot bring myself to play the game because I just feel so disgusted at it. So, and considering NT Creates doesn't do good games in general, yeah, I will never be playing Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. If you want to go play it, like, by all means, all power to you. I'm not judging, but 11-year-old girl in a tight bikini with porn dialogue. That's too much for me. I can't do it. I absolutely have no interest in that. So we're done here. This is gonna be when Azure Charter Gunvolt ends. If they release another game, I might take a look over it and see if it's workable. I will not be going in blind to that game like I did for this one, because I won't have any guarantee it's actually a decent game like I did with this one. But yeah, for now, that's all we're going to do on the Gunvolt series. Just said, I like Gunvolt a lot. I really like the kid. He was cute.